This is where history stops being simple and starts becoming unsettling, because these artifacts do not just challenge what we know about the past, they challenge what we believe was even possible for ancient humans. And as we move through 7 of the most debated discoveries on Earth, one pattern begins to emerge. The more we learn, the less certain we become about how civilization actually began. If we move from the deserts of Egypt to the deep waters of the Mediterranean, another discovery waits silently beneath the sea. Near the Greek island of Antikythera, divers once stumbled upon the wreckage of an ancient ship buried under centuries of sand and coral. Among statues and broken pottery, they recovered a small corroded object made of bronze that initially seemed unimportant. For years, it sat unnoticed in storage, until researchers began to examine its internal structure more closely and discovered something that should not have existed in the ancient world: a complex system of interlocking gears. After advanced scanning techniques revealed its hidden design, it became clear that this device was capable of tracking astronomical cycles with remarkable accuracy, including the movements of the sun, moon, and possibly even known planets. It could predict eclipses and model celestial patterns using mechanical calculations that resemble principles found in much later engineering. The complexity of its gear system suggests not only advanced craftsmanship, but also a deep theoretical understanding of astronomy and mathematics that historians did not expect from that period. Some scholars believe it represents a surviving fragment of a larger technological tradition that was lost over time, leaving behind only this single surviving example as proof that ancient mechanical knowledge may have been far more advanced than previously believed. Deep beneath the sands of Egypt, in the archaeological site of Saqqara, lies one of the most disturbing examples of ancient construction ever discovered. Known today as the Serapeum, this underground complex contains massive granite containers hidden inside narrow tunnels carved directly into bedrock. Each box is carved from a single block of extremely hard stone, some weighing close to 100 tons, with lids so heavy they require modern lifting machinery to even move safely. The corridors leading to them are tight, uneven, and clearly not designed for transporting objects of such scale, which raises a simple but haunting question. How were they even placed there in the first place? When early excavators entered these chambers in the 19th century, they expected tombs, inscriptions, or ritual remains, but instead they found something far more confusing: perfectly polished interiors with no visible purpose and no confirmed human or animal remains inside. Engineers who later studied these containers noted that the flatness of the surfaces and the precision of the angles resemble modern machine-cut standards rather than hand tools made of copper or stone. Even more puzzling is the fact that some of these blocks were transported from quarries hundreds of kilometers away, suggesting a level of planning and logistical control that does not match the historical understanding of the period. To this day, the site is officially linked to ritual burials, but the absence of clear evidence continues to fuel debate about whether its true purpose has ever been correctly identified. In Iraq, during construction activities in the early 20th century, workers uncovered a strange clay vessel containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod separated carefully within a sealed container. At first, it seemed like an ordinary burial object, but experiments later suggested that when filled with an acidic liquid, the structure could generate a small electrical charge. This discovery led to theories that the object may have functioned as a primitive battery. If accurate, it would suggest that ancient civilizations had at least some understanding of electrochemical reactions long before the formal discovery of electricity in the modern era. However, the purpose of this device remains unclear, as no accompanying documentation or similar widespread artifacts have been found. In the heart of India, within the courtyard of a historic mosque complex in Delhi, stands a tall iron pillar that has survived for over a millennium without significant rusting. Exposed continuously to rain, heat, pollution, and seasonal climate changes, the structure remains surprisingly intact compared to modern iron that corrodes within a few years under similar conditions. Its survival has puzzled scientists for decades, leading to detailed chemical analysis of its composition. What they discovered was unusual: a high level of phosphorus combined with very low sulfur content, which created a thin protective layer on the surface of the metal. This layer behaves in a way that prevents deep corrosion and even helps repair minor surface damage over time when exposed to moisture cycles. The result is a naturally forming protective system that functions in a way similar to modern anti-corrosion technology, but developed long before such scientific concepts were formally understood. While some researchers describe it as an early example of advanced metallurgical skill, others still question how ancient blacksmiths achieved such precise material control without modern refining equipment. Far away in the British Museum, behind reinforced glass, lies a small Roman glass cup that appears ordinary at first glance, but when light interacts with it, the object transforms dramatically. Under direct reflection, it appears green, but when light passes through it, the entire structure glows a deep red. This unusual optical behavior long puzzled historians until modern microscopic analysis revealed the presence of extremely fine metallic particles embedded within the glass itself. These particles, measured in nanometers, interact with light in a way that changes its wavelength through physical resonance effects. What makes this discovery so remarkable is not just the science behind it, but the timing of its creation. Ancient artisans achieved a level of material control that aligns closely with principles of modern nanotechnology, despite having no knowledge of atoms, light physics, or advanced chemistry. Replicating this effect in modern laboratories required highly controlled environments and advanced equipment, suggesting that the original creators had developed a method that was later lost and only recently rediscovered